Okay, yes, greetings, family. And you've been tuning in to Real Radio Talk. I have Selassie here with us. With us soon, we're going to tune in, fine tuning on this brother, not even brother, on this polite situation. Because I'm always advocating for child against child predators and against molestation and child rapers and child trafficking with boys, girls. It doesn't matter if it's a woman doing it to a child or a man doing it. Uh, if there's a situation, especially in the community, that always like to keep those topics on the hush hush, when that situation happened, I like to help be a voice for that. So listen, I just want to put that reflection out there. So it may not agree with who's listening. It may not agree with those who may come on the platform and speak about it. But that's just the outlook of Real Radio Talk. Kushite Selassie is going to come in and speak about how he looks at it from his perspective. And we basically agreeing on the same thing, you know. So I don't see there'll be any kind of conflict in that. But just for legal purposes, we're going to put out there, don't take what I say to be 100% proof or fact. You go out and do your research, you get your own interpretation, and you go with what you feel and what conclusion you came up with. Because I have my conclusion, from the evidence, just straight out of from the evidence. So that's where we speaking from today. So yeah, anyway, you can step on in if you want to. Shai Selassie, give a little brief intro.
I think we have a little sound problem.
Can you hear me?
You coming in and out. I can hear you now, but you're coming in and out on my end.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, I was saying if you want to do a brief introduction about yourself and you talk about your channel before we get into the topic of Polight.
Oh, for sure. For sure. It's a lot once again. Glad to be on Real Radio. Real Radio. Wish I was here for a better topic. So first and foremost, I'd like to say, Death Dog, Polight, you got a lot of explaining to do, my G. Especially to the ones around my age and up, and young, and my age and down, because when we first came into the conscious community, we looked up to you, my G. And we can't understand. We honestly cannot. A man of your stature, we can't understand. Then you took a plea, so you're basically admitting that you did it. I mean, we're very disappointed. I'm not gonna say I'm mad. I'm kind of numb. I'm numb to it. So it happens so much. That's how much it happens. I want y'all to understand. This is how much it happens. To the point we're just numb. We're shocked. We're surprised, and we may be frustrated. But like when you hear another kid.
Oh, you're breaking up, Kushite. Yeah, we're not getting every word you were saying. Started breaking up.
Yeah, my camera keeps reloading and uploading.
Okay, I can hear you good now.
I don't know if it's my connection. Okay, cool. Basically, Polite, you got some explaining. To keep a long story short, you got some explaining to do, Polite. We looked up to you, man. And you out here doing crap like this, man. I mean, how can we trust you, man? How can we trust what you say? Everything you say got to be on the line. All the good you done have to be on the fine line, because now we got to figure out what was the underlying objective. Shit kind of foul, Polite. It's foul, man. And I still stand by death to all pedophiles, man. And I hate the fact that you look like you, man. Now you put yourself in that category, dude. You took the plea.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. It
put
is
yourself in that category.
Mm-hmm. It is it. And you know, for 2 years, everybody basically. Wisdom. Go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
What can you say? Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. No, I was saying that I'll let you finish saying what you were saying.
Nah, that's about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll just go.
What can't no? You owe us the truth, man. Polite, you owe us the truth, my G. You done took the plea that basically say you did it. To at least when you die, you can at least say you died, man. You died a man. You gotta at least come forth with this shit. At least tell the truth, so that you can at least meet the ancestors with some kind of respect.
He really lied in the beginning and saying those charges was dropped. He was even at a party celebrating that the charges was dropped. He did several videos and some interviews with brothers and friends that he know that he was trying to convince that it wasn't true. He even said it on their, conversation. So now you playing. Now we hear you in court playing. So you just been a creep the whole time. He lied the whole time, and for 2 years, everybody believed him. They wanted to believe him because they didn't think someone that had 3 wives, someone that driving all these fancy cars, living in Hollywood, he wouldn't have to swoop so low. He would never have to go low like that because he can get any woman he wants. But instead, he has a fetish for little girls, and he'd rather have someone's daughter, someone's teenage daughter.
I'm coming on here. I had to clown his ass, but this ain't no clowning matter. This shit is sad.
He's already looking like a clown because now, just yesterday, I saw a clip on the African Diaspora Network where he was taken back to court because the mother is complaining how he's on social media discussing the case or talking about, I guess he didn't do it again. Even after he was told the first time that he has to stay away. No contact, no communication, no anything, no social media, and he did it anyway.
Do you?
Yeah, he was on a Zoom meeting with the judge, with his lawyer, and the girl's lawyer. Just yesterday I saw that. So Polight is
spend money with.
Yeah, your camera was going in and out, so I don't know if you were speaking. Just to let you know that. So yes, Brother Polight is a waste of time. It came with a wealth of intellectual knowledge. He did wake up a lot of people that was seeking to step outside of the box and expand their consciousness. He was there to be a pillar for them and give people resources and lectures and seminars to take you on a different path that you was already on because you want to elevate in your life. He had those tools and he was sharing it and doing a good job in the beginning. And so this is the second time that he's been accused of messing with teenagers. Because remember, Sonetta said back around the time when it first happened that Polight don't want him to tell about what he did with his wife's sister's daughter, with his wife's niece. So it's already been known that this dude is likes to go with little girls because Sonetta's niece ran away from home and ended up in Polight's hands. Same thing with this woman that one of his wives that he was with. Her daughter ends up in his hands because she trusted him. He was supposed to bring her right back. He was supposed to take her from one hotel where they were staying to another hotel, all beat up and drugged up and everything else. So, you know what I'm saying? This is people known that Polight is like this. This is not, I don't think that this is just a big surprise to some ones that was in his circle. You understand? It's like not a new thing being talked about. It's been talked about behind hush-hush doors, and now he made a plea. People were starting to tell the truth again when they should have told the truth in public, in the open, not in private. Sonetta also made a statement that when him and his wife called Polight, how Polight was behaving, and she said, no, something wrong with that story. She don't trust him. Don't have him back on your platform. And he seemed to made his way back on there again. You know, it's just a big mess. Disappointing in the whole vibration of it. I'm just disappointed in the whole vibration altogether. The whole situation is gruesome. They all need to be ashamed of themselves. And if anybody listened to the court hearing with Polight and the girl mother speaking to him, giving in detail about what happened, what he did to her daughter, there's no way a person can ever say Polight is innocent. Even when he didn't do the plea. If I would have heard that 2 years ago, because all I was seeing was those charges was dropped. So if all you're seeing is those charges are dropped, you're going to quite naturally feel like, okay, the charges are dropped because I'm not hearing anything from the victim side. Now, the victim side is speaking. It makes sense. The charges was never dropped. He just said that to fool us, to keep us sleeping, to keep us under his spell, to believe him. Those charges were never dropped. That whole time his ass was in litigation and going back and forth to court. It's just now that it's time for the sentencing and the plea deal and get down to the nitty gritty of it. Now we're getting the truth. There's no more of those charges are dropped.
So, I never do.
Huh? What you say?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear what you said.
I don't get why Sonetta didn't report his ass. Do he not care about his wife? But this dude making Sonetta so much money.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just gonna let all that slide?
But it's only when people get mad.
That is just the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Exactly. Only when he got mad when he came to like.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Polight ain't. That ain't me no more.
Yeah, I lost all hope in Sonetta years ago. I mean, I can't totally blame him for Polight's actions. But in a sense,
Shit, but damn, man, how you
he created that monster to a
who
certain
this have
degree.
you report this shit?
Mm-hmm.
And you coming out talking about if you Polight, if you know what I know, I know what I know.
Thank you.
Why ain't you report his ass?
Letting us know that he knew from a long time ago that this
So
man had that nasty ass behavior because
either
he
you
tried
lying,
his wife's niece. He's letting us
so either
know
you
this.
lying, guilty. So now I gotta wonder, do someone
It ain't
Just-
too much. It ain't too much to wonder.
all things he said are being held by the prophet.
I don't think it's too much to wonder anymore. It basically
Only
expresses
a
the way it
pedophile.
is. Mm-hmm. So there's a book called 5 Things Every Parent Should Know About Child Predators. And the first thing you should know is that you probably already know them. So anyone that wants to dive more deeper into those signs, if you have young children and teenage children, you can Google child predators, 5 things every parent should know about, and then you'll see the author and everything. I think that's a good guide because we in a high times right now where a lot of this stuff is happening, and people are being called out on it, pleading out on it, getting away with it. We're facing it from different directions. So I think that if we have these type of guides, we can kind of start preventing it, especially if the first one is probably already known. You definitely want to read a book like that to keep your children protected. Yeah, so that's just, the bottom line of that. He needs to be ashamed of himself. He failed himself. He failed his family. He failed his community. He didn't love himself anymore. He needs to fall back in love with Polight again, so he can be called Brother Polight. Because now he's just Polight, or Michael, whatever his real name is. There's no respect there. And a lot of people don't like having these conversations because they haven't even maybe because it happened to them, and they have
In the white way.
yeah, or sometimes it happens. And then a lot of times it happens to them and they never got healing from it. So they're gonna do it to other people.
The white man stamped on his. What's his government? What's his jail number?
Well, they said it on the when they did the court hearing recording. I don't know it like that.
Yeah, whatever his jail number is, that's what his name is from now on. Pedophile charge. Da. 2 blah blah 2 3 blah blah whatever. That's his name from now. That's his name for me from now on.
And then when you listen
to Polight, I'll be like, oh, 299.
And when you listen to the court hearing, you hear the girl's mother saying, "Yeah, I'll let you get that little court order that you won't be registered as a child pedophile, because I know that God knows what you did. So if you want to hide or something like that," she was saying. So he basically was asking, please don't let me be registered as a child predator.
Shit, gotta forgive.
He actually
gotta forgive him. I won't.
No, she didn't say God forgive him. She said God knows what you did. So it doesn't matter if you register or not.
What?
No, she didn't say for God to forgive him. She said it doesn't matter if he's registered a predator or not. God knows he did it, and she knows, and he knows it. That's what she means by that.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Shit. Did they have, matter of fact, did they have the little girl on? Did they have the girl on the stand?
No, she didn't want to. She couldn't do it. Too much trauma, according to the mother. So the mother was the one who spoke for her and on her behalf.
Mm.
It's so embarrassing. Somebody of his caliber who could have, could have woke up 4 or 5 more generations behind him, behind you, behind me, and another 500 years of stagnation because we just can't get our mess together.
You got. Why is you going after a little girl? That's the biggest question for me. Ain't no way I got 3 wives and I'm gonna go hunt for a little girl.
Well, maybe that's something
a
you
little girl, 14. 14. 14. What y'all even talking? What kind of conversation? $14. She's probably a groomer. Get in real close to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He wants some demonic next level child abuse.
The biggest thing is
what he's
to the point they feel like they the most important motherfucker. Then they can't do no wrong. Then they will do no wrong. And no matter what they do, it won't be considered wrong. To the point they'll make up excuses for them. That's what he was probably going for. Sick fuck.
Yeah. It's just one of those conversations that.
And I'm tired of it being black. I'm tired of it being black men. Prominent. Black men.
And it's a fact that the black man, the average one, 85% of them, is messed up and damaged. Don't want to admit it, but they are. and they never receive healing from that
Was
childhood
he put?
trauma. And then when they grow up, they turn out to be child predators.
They never will. Now, why she start preying on younger kids? I hope not, and I'm not and I'm not saying she will, but I'm just saying though, it's the fact that it's been normalized. That the fact that in some aspect of her life it's been normalized.
Yeah.
I won't understand is psychologically what makes a person want to inflict that same pain on somebody else, and the person that did it. If somebody something traumatized me, and I wanted to make them, and I wanted to get them back to work, my whole demeanor would be to get back at them. We need. That's another thing I want on a. Well, this is why I wish when I went to school, I probably should have went to school in psychiatry, if I said it right. And study people's minds. I need to understand not only what makes a person see a child as sexual, if not that, why in the world a victim would want to translate such harm on and it happens.
Right.
It's just a constant repeat.
Yeah, I think you were breaking up a little bit there.
Oh, bless her. Oh, bless.
Yeah, so we got someone in the chat, a sister Sharifa Brown. She always comes in when I'm having talks like this. So it's always good to see you in the chat, sis. And she says, "A beautiful rising, sister. I'm late, but I'm here. Beautiful risings, brother." Yes, beautiful rising to you, Sharifa Brown. I hope you have a wonderful day today. And a beautiful upcoming strong. So yes, Kushai Selassie, we just have to keep throwing out these conversations when these topics and situations happen. It's not to be forgot about. And it can also help somebody who has that problem.
Hold on, say that again.
I said, yeah, we have to keep having these conversations whenever the situation arises. We got to keep having these conversations. That's what I was saying. And people who may even be the predator.
For those who are listening,
even if the predator is listening, the predator needs to start getting some healing to get that demonic spirit up out of him or her.
especially if you're a victim, it won't fix anything. Trying to put that trauma on somebody else. It won't fix nothing. It won't ease the pain. It won't make. It'll just make you feel sick. Because most of the ones that get caught, they be happy. Because I hear that a lot of the ones that get caught, they be happy suicide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So just by doing and revenge like that, it just creates more victims.
But it's a great failure in the
There's
community.
better ways.
Great failure.
Huge.
And you know, when he moved over there to the West Coast, he was even dissing the conscious community and said that we're nothing. Said some real nasty things. When his head got big and his ego was being fed real fast. You know, he really took the left turn on everybody. Now look at him. Just look at him. In the same community that he said all those nasty things about was right there believing in him when he said those charges was dropped when he was at the club partying and celebrating. And on social media doing interviews about it.
Did y'all hear that?
Some people still saying that they set him up.
My camera keep going in.
I know.
No, I didn't.
Can you hear me?
Say it one more time.
No, I said, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I can hear you too. So if you wanted to step in and say something, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to speak, you can
Plea, man.
Yeah. He sure did. And he lied when he said the charges was dropped.
He admitted. That means so. Now the bigger question is, who's next?
Only time will tell that.
How hurt we gonna be this time when the next one come out? I wonder who's suspect enough. Now we gotta look at everybody with a fine comb and shit.
I know. It's just like lost for words. Lost for words.
I'll never.
This will
I
make
just can't understand.
this will make an
What
alcoholic.
is so appealing about it?
Yeah, this will make an alcoholic who have been recovered for 30 years go back to drinking again. Hearing this type of failure in the community, this will drive you to drinking.
Mm.
You don't think it'll drive you to drinking?
You want to know the worst thing is? How many people in his church following his footsteps doing the exact same thing? And if not that, all the people in his camp who under him, you see him in those debates, they up there militant behind Polight.
I know.
Do you know how disheartened and right now?
Mm-hmm.
What was this thing called again?
New Covenant.
I forgot what his camp.
New Covenant.
Whatever. Yeah, New Covenant. Yeah, that's
New
it.
Covenant.
All those people under New Covenant. Do you know how
I think you're breaking up, bro.
This ain't nothing like the Elijah Muhammad thing. This
Mhm.
thing is just fucked up. I mean,
It's breaking, bro.
how you deal with the fact that your hood that oh my fault. You hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. How do you deal with the fact that your leader, the man that they we say I say people like me look up to Polight. All those in New Covenant beauty themselves after Polight. And now look at this shit.
Right.
They lost like I'm pretty sure they're lost like hell. They're lost like hell right now. Has anybody from New Covenant said anything about this?
Not that I know of. The little information that I got was off of African Diaspora Network. You know, when they was in the courts and things like that. But and listening to Polight to say that those charges
right now.
Yeah, I saw videos like that. I haven't seen any videos with New Covenant speaking out on it. It just went really. It went really.
New Covenant.
Happened. Remember that.
As a whole is doing right thing right now. Yet not go out there and say the wrong shit. Say the wrong. So they playing PR real nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's just the vibe of it, you know.
Sure hope he didn't.
That's the vibe of it. People been hiding what they know about their brethren, and because that's their friend, they don't say nothing until it happens again, or until they get mad at them. That's how serious people take another child being um, molested or raped. Some people don't take it serious because they're predators themselves too. They like looking at little young girls too. Because we should have been known about Sinetta's niece. Not throwing hints. We should have known. So we see the type of consciousness we have around us, the type of consciousness that we thought we could depend on, we can't depend on. We can't trust their word. They're just like anybody else. They make mistakes. They're not perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not surprised, but I'm disappointed. I'm sure disappointed. So it's really going to give us a reason not to organize and mobilize and centralize ourselves. It's really going to give us a reason not to. So you got to get those small groups of like-minded ones and take it from there.
We
What you say?
fucking hell.
Say it again, because you're breaking.
How we
Yeah, it looks like your connection is not good right now. I think you keep freezing, even with the camera off.
oh,
Huh? Oh, someone in the chat says, is the polite
now
touching
this
on?
thing now that
Excuse me. What do you say?
I said, do we gotta look at baby? Do we gotta look at his son now?
Yeah, well, the apple's not falling far from the tree in this case. But someone made a comment in the chat. They said, is the polite
First we
touching?
had now do we have to look?
Yeah, listen to this. Someone made a comment in the chat. Is he polite touching on children? Because that doesn't sound polite at all.
Hell no. Yeah, that's his name from now on. We call him Black Guy.
Yeah, you breaking up again, bro. Mm-hmm. You're breaking up. So if you're speaking, you're gonna have to repeat that again. Look like your internet not doing you good today. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. I think I should make mention that Kushite Selassie lives in the bush. So this is one of the reasons why I think the internet is doing what it's doing right now. But you can go ahead. Say what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, say what you were saying.
I'll still be I'll still be trying to. Oh, um,
Oh,
um,
you was making a comment on the comment in the chat. You was saying something about the comment in the chat.
first we got.
You see it on the screen? No, I'm not speaking ill will towards Polight. Polight took a plea deal. I don't know if you've been following his rape case with the 14-year-old girl. Well, right now I'm responding to the comment in the chat. Someone is saying, sis, please don't speak ill will towards our people because life and death is in the power of the tongue. Because I pray every day for the people, our melanated people. We will not be down 100 more years. Well, I'm not talking ill will towards him. I'm talking the truth about what happened toward him. Talking ill will would be like saying stuff just negatively for no reason, wishing him death, wishing bad things about him, saying things that's not true about him, talking down about him when he's trying to do good for himself and trying to better himself. That would be speaking ill will. I'm speaking facts. This brother took a plea deal. Polight took a plea deal for the rape and the kidnapping and the child abuse and all the other charges the 6 other charges that's tagged along to him. And he just recently had to go back in front of the judge with his lawyer and the girl that he raped lawyer because he kept in contact with them on social media, finding ways to talk to them through second and third party. When he was told that he needed to stay away, there was a whole stay away order presented to him the first time he got his sentences that he pleaded to. So I'm not speaking ill will of him. I'm speaking the truth of him. That's what he said. And of course, the Most High will forgive him because I always say that something had to happen to these predators and these rapists and these child molesters because most of them has been raped and molested themselves. So they grow up and they hurt people because they've been hurt. Hurt people hurt people. So it's not the fact that the Most High will or will not forgive him. It's about him getting the healing and the help that he needs, which is one of the things he has to do those whole 7 years that he's locked up. And when he get out, he has to go to therapy and take psychiatric classes and courses and all these, not courses, but go seek psychiatrists and stuff. So those things was added into his sentences. That still doesn't excuse the fact that people still needs to speak on it and let people be aware. So if their child is ever a victim of it, they'll be able to see the signs because 9 out of 10 times the child is scared to even speak about it because it may be their mom's husband or boyfriend and they don't want to disappoint their mother. So they'll purposely lie and say it was someone else when all the while it's somebody right there in the household with them. Or it may not even be someone else. It may be that boyfriend or that uncle, and they don't want to hurt the auntie or hurt their mother's feeling. And they're being molested from the age of 5 up until 15, 16 when someone finally speaks out. So these things needs to be spoken about. It's not about, ill will. It's about, parents, if you have daughters and sons and they're teenagers and they sometimes not in your care all the time, you have to know the signs. You need to know what's going on with your child when you're not watching. You need to know, who's doing something to them, and that is okay for them to tell you that you won't go against them. Those are the things that parents need to know because it seems like nowadays the parenting skills watered down. Women and even men are not really paying close attention to their children like they used to anymore. There was a time when the spending the night really didn't happen unless you was a family or a close friend of the family. Now a lot of this stuff is happening because of the spending the night and the sneaking out and parents not knowing where their children are. So I'm just speaking from a parent and a grandparent point of view. These people need to be stopped and they need help. And they need to know that they need help. For anyone that's listening that is a child molester, that is a predator or a rapist. If you're hearing me now, you need to get help because that's your problem. If you keep doing it, you're not getting the help that you need. There's other ways for you to get healing from that. So the thing between God forgiving him, that's between that predator and God. But as far as society is concerned, society needs to know who these people are at all times, under all circumstances. It doesn't matter who they are, if they look like me or they don't look like me, But that's where I'm at with that. So that kind of like, sums it up from my point of view with that. And that's just real radio talk perspective. Anybody could think and feel the way they want, but we still need to protect these babies out here, no matter what. And as far as the Most High is concerned, the Most High have reigned his judgment through the judicial system, through court, and he took a plea deal. We don't have a council of elders to go to give him a sentencing. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that set up.
Admitted it.
So we're forced to go to the white judicial system to handle a situation such as Polight. And God is dealing with it all in the midst of it right now. It's being exposed. He's showing us who these people are, whether you like him or you don't like him, whether he's very intelligent to you or not. He's being exposed. And it's like, me, it's still fire to all pedophiles, child molesters, and rapists. It's still death on them.
And hell, he better be lucky. Didn't they used to? Didn't they find him with like a broom or a cue or a pull stick up at the butter?
You said what? You was breaking up. I don't think I heard what I heard. What I think I heard. Say that again.
They found that
yeah, you breaking up right now, bro.
There were pets.
Yeah, you're breaking up right now. Sorry. All right, Kajai. So if you're speaking, we don't hear you. I hope you can hear me tell you this.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, so were you saying anything? Because you were talking and you were breaking up.
No matter what kind of connection I get.
Yeah, repeat what you were saying, please, because we didn't hear you.
Okay. Okay, basically what I was saying that he did go through the car together, beat the man up,
your
Yeah,
connection is
have something
not.
ridiculous stuck up his ass.
Yeah, because you're breaking up again. Your connection is not doing what you're expecting today.
Yeah. The white man system.
Yeah, well, we might have to revisit this topic again because your connection is totally cracking up. Every word is being cut out.
Did you?
Yeah, I can hear you now, but now I don't.
I said okay.
Hmm.
Boy, this. All right, hold on. Let me. Okay, how about now?
Yes, but then when you start talking, it starts fading away, and then I don't hear anything. As soon as you start talking, it just fades away. Crack. It starts cracking every word, and then it fades away. I don't know. Maybe you need to move closer to your modem in your house because you are streaming on StreamYard.
Yep, it up next to it.
So let me know if you can hear me on my side.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a message in the private chat. So you can hear me tell you about your connection. Can you hear me, Kushai?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can hear you now, but as I said, you're gonna start speaking, then it's gonna start cracking up, and then fades away. Yeah, so I think we probably may need to revisit this topic another time. Maybe not so direct on this child predators. So maybe come back and have a briefer conversation because Kushai Selassie's connection is not working well. And I would like to keep the stream constantly streaming with conversation, but because the connection keeps breaking up, it's going to be hard for that to happen. Can you hear me, Kushai?
Yes, ma'am. I said okay.
Yeah, see, I didn't even hear you. I didn't hear you. I don't know if you had any last words you wanted to share before you get cut off again. All right. Yeah, so we're going to have to revisit this conversation again, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Give thanks for your time so far, anyway. And you just keep looking out for the upcoming episode. I'll be doing more of the radio vibes more than the actual. It'll still be live streaming, but more radio like I'm doing now versus the live stream. Yeah, I'm in that fall season energy, so I'm falling back and going to the radio vibes and coming from under the camera for a little bit. But we'll still be bringing you good content and things like that. So stay tuned and stay informed. Be safe and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Yes, his name sounds creepy as ever for a child, Mr. Polight. That is too funny. That's funny. Yeah, Polight's a down presser. He needs to get help. His real friends need to get him help. But moving forward onto that, oh, the radio station is Real Radio Talk, what we're on now. I used to do Blog Talk Radio, which is blogtalkradio.com/ Real Radio Talk with niggas. And then you can listen to all the past radio programs that I did, radio podcasts that I did, like 2016, 2015, something like that. And then I took some of them and I put it on this YouTube channel platform. So the ones that don't have, that's not with the camera live stream, it's just audio. Most of those came from my Blog Talk Radio. But right now, what I'm doing, it's more like a radio vibes because you're not looking at me live streaming. You're just hearing the voice. Yeah, and much welcome to you, Sharifa Brown. Thank you. I try to keep the work going. You know, I try to keep it going, doing my part towards society. Yeah, I do need to get on Spotify. I tried to set it up one time and something was going on with their website, so I wasn't able to fully connect. But I do want to put it on Spotify. I think I just need like a tech savvy type of person that can just show me how to do it, and then I'll be all right after that. You know, or if you know how to do it, if you're familiar with it, I could send you the content and you can put it up on Spotify for me. You know, just saying, just saying. My email address is, I'll put it in the chat just in case you're interested. And I can send it to you from that email. Kushai Selassie, you want to say some final words before we seal up the live stream?
Death to all pedophiles.
That's it. I guess that's it, huh? All right. All right, love and gratitude, everyone. Give thanks for tuning in to Real Radio Talk, and I will speak with you soon.